reject this vision outright.
That what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence.
And I had a conversation with President Trump on the phone, and he said, what's happening down there? And I said, President, what you've been told by those people who are opposed to transformation back home in South Africa is not true. And
the working visit of President Ramaphosa to the U.S., I can state that it's at an advanced stage. The presidency, I believe, will soon announce the dates and when the engagement is going to happen. I can only say that it's at an advanced stage. With regard
the images that we saw of the South Africans leaving the country last night, I think, or 2 nights ago, it is a sad image. It's a sad image because they are leaving the country. It's a sad image because they don't see any hope anymore for them in the country, and they would very much have preferred to stay in the country. The circumstances that they presented and the decision that they've made compel them to go to the United States.
Farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa. And the newspapers and the media, television media, doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they'd talk about it. That would be the only story they'd talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible.
Participate with a number of countries, and the U.S. also participates, and leading to that summit where we will, as South Africa, hand over to the United States. One would hope that it will all happen seamlessly and in an ordinary and well-managed manner. So we will see how this whole process will end up.
The public is that we are saying that there are state-sponsored land grabs occurring in the country, which we've never said. There has been foisted upon the public the position that we say there's a white genocide taking place in the country, which we've never said, and it's been peddled along and accepted. There's been various findings by the press ombudsman against certain media houses, and I can name them for you. There's a whole list.
In 20 of our constitution, no one can be deprived of their citizenship. Yeah. So the question of deprivation may not necessarily arise. But here's the difficulty, and possibly for these individuals, is that if they accept refugee status in the United States and they are facilitated as refugees, the United States cannot return them to South Africa for whatever reason. So they cannot be deported by the government of the United States. And that's what the principle of non-refoulement speaks to.
From that. So what's my own view? I'm saying is that we have a country here, we have a government here that are creating circumstances which is bad for the country. Those are the policies that it's adopted, and they, in the public, they would say these things are for redress and for transformation, and that means that you cannot criticize those things. As soon as you criticize government's attempts of transformation, which they use, and the president said it again earlier this day, and so did the minister, they say these are attempts for transformation, but when we...
As I've said already earlier on, they can't provide any proof of any prosecution because there's not of any persecution, because there's none. There is no any form of persecution to white South Africans or to Afrikaner South Africans. And
forced it upon us, but we did say, and we are saying, there are land grabs across the country, but that's not the main point of contention that we are offering here. We are saying we differ with government, we have a different view, and we have a different view of solutions, and we want to work together with that. But just to throw these things out, we don't think that that is constructive. And just directly to your question in relation to the the 49 people. They are the ones that made the decision. I cannot go on and say, this is what I think that they say, this is what I believe they would have considered. I'm saying this is the reality of what is happening.
United States, in terms of international law, as we understand it, may not be able to deport these citizens. They may self-deport themselves by coming back to South Africa, but that would also mean that they then renounce their refugee status in the United States. So it's really a complex situation.